speaking about somebody who has brought the internet to a stop, we have Shanlavell James, because this babe took sprinkle a little bit too far. Now, she took to her Facebook with her wedding picture, and posted a statement along the lines of, I came home from work and my husband told me that he lost his job. I tried to be a good wife and hold things down for about 30 days. Her struggle was 30 days. She held things down because her husband had lost the job, and then she was very tired of the fact that he was always at home. He didn't show any initiative, and his friend, her husband friend, cashed out on her and showed her an amazing time, and she slept with him. I missed being treated like the woman I am, and now he is calling me a cheater, and his family is trying to tarnish my name. Went on to say that a man who cannot provide cannot lead. How can I trust a man to be the head of the household and he couldn't even provide for the house? She says the fact that he didn't even offer to pay her back for the 1 month that she was holding things down, showed her that if this trend continued for maybe 6 months, he would never have repaid her for holding things down and taking over. But the thing is, you are this man's wife. You are husband and wife. This is a partnership. What do you mean my husband lost his job? I've held things down for 30 days and now I am on my way out, or rather I am sleeping with his friend who happens to be richer and can provide me with a lifestyle that I want. It just gave that you are a very opportunistic babe. To be honest, it did not give sprinkle. It gave opportunistic, because it's not even a girlfriend. It's a husband and wife situation. If it was a girlfriend and things got tough, yeah, it's okay, you can leave. That's not your husband. But a husband, and he lost his job, and 30 days later you've slept with somebody new for money. Girl, you took sprinkle too far. Anyway, she says this all occurred 2 years ago, and her new husband has proposed to her. They got married in June of last year. She said yes. And she said, I said yes to a protector. I said yes to a provider. I did not agree to marry a man who would end up broke at some point in our lives. I am an extremely beautiful woman, and I deserve a man who knows that his job is to always take care of me and my children. And now the Facebooks, you know how Facebook can be wild. Everyone is up in arms. Some people saying, sprinkle girl, good for you. You got what you deserve. Nobody should put up with that kind of poverty. Other people are like, listen, it was only 30 days. This man was only unemployed for 30 days. And for these 30 days, you held things down. You probably just paid rent for 1 month, 30 days, and you are ready to call it quits. I don't know. I felt a bit mixed about all of this. Everybody has an opinion. Some people are like, you should have stayed. You should have stuck beside your husband. You should have worked through things. When they say through sickness and health, this is for better, for worse. The vows, this is what they meant. But you, as soon as it got worse, you are out of the door. I don't know how to feel about it, especially given how the sprinkle movement is at its peak. But I feel like she could have been more patient. She could have waited it out a little bit longer. I just don't know.
I feel like people are getting into marriages for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
In this particular case, I feel like she got married simply because she wanted someone to pay the bills.
He could provide.
She was a provider. That's what she was. Like, the reality is, she just wanted to mooch off of someone who's working hard, doing all the heavy lifting, and then she just wants to baby girl and floss about it on the internet, which clearly she was probably doing for a long time until the man lost his job. And these things happen. But like, at the same time, I also just genuinely feel like men need to do better vetting. Simply because a woman looks nice, simply because she's beautiful, doesn't necessarily mean she has all the morals. And simply because she may not look like you wanted her to look, doesn't mean that she's the most moral person, or she's gonna stick beside you simply because you think you've settled for her and she's reaching up, you know, or she's what's the word? You're of a better caliber than her. I think people just need to start getting married for the right reasons, because the more these stories are getting out there, the more people are feeling dissuaded from getting married to begin with. Because what is the point? Like, I get married and then I find out that this person did A, B, C, and D. Honestly, she gives a very horrible image of women in a space where women are being, I don't know, people are looking at us through microscopes. They just want to, one wrong move so we can destroy this other thing that you guys are fighting for. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, and this is why, you know, people are just looking for any reason to grab and say, this is why women get treated how they're treated. And this is not a very good story to push this narrative any further away from the truth. I honestly feel like she should have just kept her mouth shut, put that in a nice journal in her book, or write it down and just like kept it to herself. Kept this in between banter with friends, because honestly, if your friends know this story, are privy to this story, they've probably yes girled you all the way to the bank and like told you, yeah girl, he shut up 30 days. Surely.
30
in
days.
30 days, instead of helping out and just like be okay. You know, in 30 days, if things are going bad, and after the 30th day, things are still going bad, you start to make decisions like downsizing your house, you know, selling your car, you know, taking your kids to a more affordable school, stuff like that. That's what you think about, downsizing in order to make way for the good things that are about to come in the future, if at all. But either way, making sure that you guys are protected, you guys are okay until you're able to move on to the next step. Like, get a job. I don't know, just do something to help.
She has a job. So they went from a double income household to a single income household.
Girl, they were never a double income household.
And I'm sure that, you know, this man has some small money here and there. So
savings and whatever.
It's probably the conversation of, babe, we need to downsize. Yeah. Babe, we need to, you know.
You reduce our costs, maybe go on a budget or whatever. And she's just like, girl, child, you know what? I'm going to sleep with your friend. He got money, so he can take care of it. So and
I want to know her definition of holding things down. How exactly did you hold things down?
Also for me,
for you to have given up in 30 days.
Also for me, like the thought process of like the other guy. Like, you've seen what she's done to your friend. Like, you've seen what she's done to your friend, but you're like, ooh, she ain't gonna do me like that. Boo!
She's where the money is.
Anyway,
here she is, married again, thriving. So tell us your opinion.
Yeah, I genuinely feel like it's one of those that maybe we just don't need to have any conversation about. Just like, put it back in the vault and forget about it, I think. Anyway.